Good day everybody, it's Jerry from BackCountry Wrenching and welcome to another video of this DIY overland camper that I'm rebuilding. Today's video is going to be kind of a shorter version because I need to get a couple small projects completed before I can move on to a few of the other tasks. They're going to be a little bit more time consuming and probably a little bit more trickier to do. So before my days off ended last week, I went down to Princess Auto, picked up some rust paint, and they also had the trailer bearing kits that I need to redo the bearings because I'm not happy with them. And I also went to Bolt Supply House to get 150 more of the self-sealing screws. So what you see here is you got this sheet of aluminum that I picked up from Metal Supermarket in Calgary. And what I talked about before is the front of this trailer here is subjected to a lot of damage. That's why it's been patched up quite a bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to aluminum sheet the front. And we're going to take care of this problem once and for all. That way we don't have to worry about it. Because once a rock chip gets through this paint and gets down to the wood, as we've noticed, as you can see all the patchwork on the side, especially on the bottom, it creates all kind of havoc. And we don't need that, and we don't want that. So I epoxied most of the damage. Makes a nice hard cover. I don't have to worry about it coming apart anymore. I got my vapor barrier right there. Let's staple that up. Get the vapor barrier up. Get the sheet of aluminum. And then we can move on to the wheel bearings. I am so stoked about this that I cannot wait to get this thing completed. Sometimes you're not thinking, and then you realize the vapor barrier fits perfectly going down one way. This is where the one-man show comes into play. I gotta try to string this up with one hand and then knock some screws in it. The struggle is real. It's a good thing it's aluminum and it's light. Set that down. Got the front skin on, except for the bottom piece. As you can see right there, I got the angle iron just kind of mocked up, so you can see how this is going to play out. But right now, got a package that came in the mail earlier in the week. And this package hails all the way from the YuKon from my buddy Trem Duncan, who actively has a few gold mines up north that are relatively pretty close to the guys that you see on the show Gold Rush. And I'm going to be pretty excited to see what's inside. Maybe I'll be blessed and get some Chilkoot in there. I haven't had Chilkoot for a long time. Since the pandemic, I haven't really been able to find it around town, so let's open it up and see what's in there. Let's have a look. Got ourselves a shirt. Look at this, we got a shirt. Some stickers for the trailer. I believe this is his shirt that he designed. And the stickers, that is very cool. I'm going to put this inside the house right now because I don't want to get it all dirty in the garage. Is that a box of Chilkoot? tin Chilcoots. I'm gonna save those for camping. Now we're gonna tackle these trailer bearings and grease gun. I got this bearing packer that I probably bought 15 years ago. And as you can tell from sitting in my garage, I just dropped a seal in the ground. That's not good. I'll pick that up. So in the Princess Auto trailer bearing kit, I get a new dust cap, 2 new bearings. Not sure why I get an extra race right there, and the seal. Thought there should have been a cotter pin in there too. That doesn't matter, I got my own. Appears I'm getting blind in my old age. Just cotter pin in with the seal. Done deal. Beauty about this is I already had this apart, so it'll be a breeze to do it again. But this one actually sounds really good. I thought about just leaving this one, but if I'm replacing one, I might as well do them both for peace of mind. Now that I got this off, I just wanted to make sure, double check before you do anything, make sure the seal was the same. I just checked that bearing with the one in the front, and we're looking like it's gonna be pretty good. First one is done. From what I discovered, this is a Rockwell 3,500 pound axle, and this was probably purchased from Princess Auto because those stabilizer legs are also available at Princess Auto, and it seems to be the most available place that you get it. So while I was in there, I kind of felt how the preload was on the new axles, and basically I just kind of set it up till it was snug, backed it off, then snugged it up, not tightened it down with the wrench, but just snug, and it's money. That feels so good, so good. Let's do the other side, more in depth. So let's tackle this one. This is the one I wasn't happy about, just the way it sounds. Once I just get it spread open enough, and get my pry bar in there. Once I pull that cotter pin out, I can move this nut. There's going to be a washer behind, and we can pull the whole assembly out. That's our nut, our washer, our bearing, and pull that out. So we need to knock the seal out, the bearing race from this side, and we need to get the bearing race out from that side. Get on that bearing race. I can feel it. Oh, come on. Get out of there. And we're out. So I got that all out in one swoop, and there's a number on there. It says 811, because the kit does come with 2 bearing races. This is an 810, and that's an 811. So you're going to use that bearing race with that bearing, so we're going to discard that. We're going to clean that up. All right. So we need to put our bearing race in, and using a bearing seal driver, you want to make sure it's slightly smaller because you got to pound that all the way in to that bottom ridge right there. So you need to make sure that it's sitting flush with that ridge. So I'm gonna flip this over. We're gonna do the same thing. Need to get flush down to that ridge. We'll check that. Yeah, we're sitting good, so we're gonna flip this one back over. Now we need to pack our bearings. Gonna come over here. Got this little bearing packer tool. And this thing actually works quite well. You gotta pump a ton of grease. So you gotta make sure you have an extra tube of grease. This is where a power greaser would come in handy, so I just pump that in. I just keep pumping it. So it starts to come out the bottom of the bearing. Just one here. Usually it takes a lot, and I just start to come out. So now I'm gonna pull this apart. And I got a whole bunch of grease in the middle too that I just kind of squish all around. And chunk a bunch on the race. Throw that in as such. The seal can be a little tricky, and you just want to get it flush. So as you're going down, you just want to be careful. There, we're flush, and that's in there. Perfect. So that's as flush can be. Kind of pack this bearing. You can pack them by hand too. I don't recommend packing new bearings by hand, because you really need to get the grease in there, and you can needle inject it too. But these do such a great job. Come on. There we go. Start to come through. Let's just spin this one out. Grab our bearing. We're gonna grease the outside of it now. And we're gonna pop it in there. All right. We're good to go to fit this up. Got the washer and the nut. So I gotta go ahead and set the preload, and then this will be done. So I'm gonna turn this in by hand. Till it's like snug. And that feels like it's too tight. That's perfect. Whoops. No. Needs to be right there. So this is just snug, not tight, feels good, rolls smooth. Bearings are packed full of grease. Went off what I seen in the store. Kind of felt how the bearing preload is, and I'm happy with that. Let's get the cotter pin in place. I'm gonna take these tabs and bend them up. Now, let's get this cover on. I just found it's easier to use a seal driver. There. And we're done. Feels way better than before. I'm not going to worry now. Alright, I got everything done that I needed to do. Bearing packer worked awesome. Coming back over here to the bearing. She is nice. Way better now. Just do some primer on the bottom. And then next video we're going to do all the armor. And be done with that. We are getting closer to the end, which is good because the snow is starting to melt in the backcountry. And it's going to open up the trails to head her back, and I need this trailer ready to go beforehand. I'm pumped. I've never been so pumped about a project in a long time, and I'm looking forward to getting this done. I'm going to go chop some wood. I want to see if I can make it up to Cabela's tonight, pick up some things for the camping season, and then have a fire, relax with a cigar. I did make it to Cabela's before they closed. Looked at this commercial dehydrator and I thought, man, that'd be so awesome to have. You can do a lot of things. But what I came to get is I needed to get a trail camera for this upcoming camping season to track any animals in the woods. And I got a couple of camping shirts. So I'm looking forward to getting that out and trying it out. Oh, I know I said I was going to save these for camping, but I got to have one right now. Alright everybody, motherfucking beer time. This was a short video. Just a couple unexpected projects. Doing the aluminum on the front and replacing the wheel bearing. Something I didn't plan on, but figured at this point in the game it's probably best. Anyways, motherfucking beer time. I haven't had a Chilkoot for a couple of years. And it sure is good. I'm looking forward to getting this project finished. Getting out in the bush. Pretty soon, a few more videos, and hopefully this thing will be finished. I'm gonna go enjoy my fire now. I'll talk to you guys later.